Greetings and welcome to Austin, Texas Gardening. Today it is December 30th, 2024, and it is a day that feels very much like early spring, maybe 75 degrees today, very sunny here in central Texas, as you can see behind me, not a cloud in the sky. Uh, it's, it's a very funny place to live. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a garden tour and showcase some of the things that I'm growing this gardening season and some of the preparation that I'm doing for spring 2025. So let's get into it. If you're new, welcome to the channel. This is my backyard gardening space where I have a backyard lot size of about 4,000 square feet. You can see that I've used most of the yard as just a play space for my kids, but I also have some of these whiskey barrels containing pineapples, this raised bed that I was just discussing here, which has contained all sorts of an assortment of strawberries, blackberries, carrots, cabbage, and other really interesting things. And then around the perimeter of my property, I have an assortment of fruit trees and a fig tree. And so I'm going to walk around for just a minute and talk a little bit about this backyard space. But before I do, I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to explain some of what I referred to in the past about the winter sun hitting my raised bed. It's about 4 p.m. at this point, and you can see the winter sun, which travels along this southern corridor here, has covered my entire backyard with shade, which is really wonderful for playing in the backyard and having fun, even on Christmas, because it's so warm. And it's really great that some of these plants in the raised bed and my pineapples get to enjoy what's left of the winter sun. Because, in the shade, these pineapples, I don't think they would have made it this long. I will discuss just real briefly, these pineapples are about to go back into the garage because it is way out of season, and somehow we have not had our first frost of the season. My wife and I brought these pineapples back from Hawaii in 2021, so this is now the fourth winter that I've taken care of them. And normally we get our first frost in November or December, but these pineapples are really doing great, and I think the lowest low of the season has been about 30 degrees, 34, 30, 33 degrees, so right above freezing. And they are a little damaged. I mean, some of these leaves here you can see are not doing great, but to have this much green on it at this point, even, almost New Year's Eve, and this thing almost looks still tropical, just speaks to this season. I've in some other videos talked about some of the winter weather we've had and how much it surprised me. And one thing I've learned about Texas weather is to always expect the unexpected, because we've had some winters where we had blizzard, snow, ice, freezing rain, etc. And then we've had this winter where, there may still be some snow and freezing temperatures. I'm sure there will be at some point, but up till now, it's been very temperate, and it's been really good. So, got these pineapples, need to put these away shortly. Another example of how temperate it's been, in this corner here, I smashed one of our Halloween pumpkins and kind of covered it with some of these sticks here, these dead sunflowers from some of the summer season. And in this pile, I walked past it the other day and I saw multiple of these pumpkin plants are in bloom. These flowers are kind of closing now that it's the end of the day, but earlier in the morning, man, these looked great. And I thought we might have some pumpkins in like March or April, which is obviously totally out of season, but it is in character with this weird winter weather being so spring-like. Our fig tree hasn't even dropped all its leaves. I don't think it knows what season it is. And I'm okay with that. I don't know how it's going to affect our fruit output because all of the previous seasons we've had so many chill hours on these peach trees. So we'll see what happens. But again, I don't want to go on too long about this. I kind of want to spend some of the video talking about what I'm going to do with this raised bed in 2025. So I've got a couple of heirloom carrots here, which typically you're supposed to plant these in early spring, but I figure December 31st, we will have some hard freezes, I'm sure, but 75 degrees today, that counts as early spring to me. I think I planted in November some years past. And so I don't know if I'm going to try to squeeze anything into this corner, but right to left, we've got rosemary and blackberry, this big blackberry plant that's been really spreading throughout my bed. You can see now that most of the canopy has fallen away, that it's mostly grown from there and from there, but this all started off, that whole plant Started off as just a little shrub, maybe a foot, 2 feet high, and now is 5 or 6 different fairly large shoots. So I'm pleased with it. A little bit of purslane, once again, not even that freezer burned. Like, you can see a little bit of frost damage, but there's a lot of green still on here, which is just surprising at this point in the season. We're gonna put the carrots all down here in this part of the raised bed, and then off in the corner we have a few strawberries, which, again, to see these still that green at this point is quite a shocker. Finally, off in our corner over here, we have our pair of peach trees, which are looking beautiful. 4 months ago, I uploaded a summer garden tour where I talked about these peach trees, and I talked about some of the experience I've had growing peach trees over the past 3 years in my backyard. I'm really excited for the 2025 season. These trees are coming along nicely, even though we haven't been getting the chill hours that we really need. For example, this larger tree here, sometimes I'll talk about redwood and greenwood. This is the new growth from this last year. The wood is noticeably more red than the main trunk. This is where all of our fruit is going to be growing in the new year. And so some of these branches wouldn't surprise me if these wind up broken in 2025 in the summer from the weight that's on them. But both of these trees had a really great output. I think, we had almost near, 40 and maybe like 20 peaches from these over the past year. And even 2 years ago, they had a really great harvest. And so I've been very pleased with these trees. Both of them in the corner here are Tex Prince peach trees, and they've done great.
It's been a real pleasure of mine to share my gardening hobby in this format. I want to talk a little bit about the future of my YouTube channel, and just because it is winter at this point and everything is very drab, even with a saturation filter, I want to share a little bit of footage from my bluebonnet video that I made this spring. I've always wanted to grow my own bluebonnet meadow at home, and in 2023 and 2024, I made videos explaining my process for growing a bluebonnet meadow right on my front lawn. I even had the opportunity to do an interview with KUT and explain my process for growing these beautiful Texas wildflowers. It's really been a joy and privilege to document all of this and share it in this format. So, in conclusion, I just want to talk a little bit about the future of the channel. I want to confirm that I have every intention of continuing to make these videos. I've really loved documenting this process of my gardening hobby. However, at this point, I've 2 kids, I'm in grad school, I'm a full-time employee, and just a lot of responsibility. And so I'm not going to be able to maintain the type of upload schedule I did when back in 2020 and 2021, I was making maybe, 1 video a week. And so at this point moving forward, I would be very happy to make 1 video every 3 months. Of course, during March to maybe July, expect more than that. I will be uploading as much as I can during my harvest season, but outside of that, I think some of the content is going to be a little less frequent. However, every chance I get to film, hail, snow, any type of unique, interesting weather activity or storm photography, I will definitely be publishing whatever interesting weather and gardening related content that I'm able to create. So please stay tuned, and it should be a very exciting spring 2025. If you've been watching me at this point for the many years that I've been creating this content, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Really appreciate everybody who comments and interacts with my content. Once again, thank you so much for watching Austin, Texas Gardening, and I'll see you in the next one.